Dethroning the King, The Hostile Takeover of Anheuser-Busch, an American Icon. By Julie Macintosh. Narrated by Joyce Bean. Copyright 2010 by Julie Macintosh. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Julie Macintosh, care of William Morris Endeavor Entertainment, LLC, and was produced in the year 2011 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. It behooves a father to be blameless if he expects his son to be. Homer. Author's note. The summer of 2008 is one many people wish they could forget. In the immediate aftermath of the collapse of Bear Stearns in March, the global financial markets briefly looked like they might stabilize. But by the time legendary American brewer Anheuser-Busch received a takeover bid from foreign giant InBev in June, lenders Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were teetering on the verge of insolvency, and concern was mounting that U.S. taxpayers might end up holding the bag on $5 trillion in mortgage liabilities. The government stepped in to rescue both entities, but just a few months later Lehman and AIG failed, Merrill Lynch was taken over, and Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley came pounding on the U.S. Federal Reserve's door in need of a life-saving favor. That New Year's Eve marked the first time I can ever recall hearing a unanimous sigh of relief that the year was over. I'm one of the lucky few who spent that nerve-wracking summer thinking about beer. I covered InBev's takeover of Anheuser-Busch as the Financial Times U.S. mergers and acquisitions correspondent, and while the newspaper industry wasn't exactly rolling in cash, I knew as the saga unfolded that I'd have a desk waiting for me in the newsroom as long as the two brewing rivals kept duking it out. Anheuser-Busch capitulated shockingly quickly, however, and since most of the world was distracted by the implosion of the U.S. housing sector and the disintegrating global financial markets, the company's battle in the press was short-lived. That's one of the reasons I felt it warranted further treatment here. Authors often attest that the books they write are nothing like what they first envisioned, that in the course of reporting one story, the undercurrent of a different and more interesting tale emerged. That wasn't the case for Dethroning the King. As the takeover fight unfolded that summer, it seemed like each furtive conversation I had with a source hinted at a skeleton in someone's closet, and hardly any of it went reported at the time. With so much fodder at my fingertips, notes on what went on in the boardrooms of both companies, warped tales about the Bush family, and details on the drama that unfolded behind the scenes on Wall Street.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?